What up, Scorpio? Lighter. Don't have my lighter. No more. Sorry, I've really been into saging the beginning of readings, just to kind of clear the energy like I clear cards, and lighten my candles, and you know, lots of coffee in the morning. Pretty sure I have a collection of coffee cups yet to find their way to the trash can. All empty, of course, and you know, even though I should be washing and reusing the ones I have. Anyways, it's Monday. This is the March 2.0 reading for Scorpio. Hopefully you guys can hear me this time. I haven't been using my mic and the computer because the graphic quality of my phone camera is better than that on my webcam. And it seems that you guys can hear me better when I use my phone. I've noticed. So, there you go. I'm going to go ahead and pull y'all's Mystical Shaman Oracle card for the second half of March. I don't really feel there's like anything major really going on with Scorpios out of the ordinary. I always look at Scorpios as a good mothering sign of management, especially when it comes to family and emotions. They're also good people to get advice from. You know, being that the Scorpio is stable and grounded. Some insight, guidance, advice for my Scorpios, the second half of March. The middle world. So, if you know anything about the middle world, there's cards that are also the upper world and the lower world and the middle world. The upper world I look at as the divine. The lower world I usually look at as like our shadow self and the lower chakras. The middle world I look at like that's within self, but more so your actual world around you. Like, you know, physical, 3D, the actual world around you. I feel like everything's in harmony with that. Beautiful week ahead. Yeah, kind of like the tree being there kind of reminds me of the tree of life. Like, life is good. Things are abundant and growing. Like, you are getting ready to reap rewards for your harvest. The things you've put hard work in, especially when it comes to family and love and self-healing and self-worth. If those are things you have been working on, if you needed to heal for something, or if, you know, you really have just been trying to boost your confidence and your self-esteem as an individual lately with the self-worth. I'm going to get into the tarot read. Get insight, guidance from our Scorpios. Some of y'all could be birthing a new child into the world too. Tree of life, you know, life, giving life. Scorpio is a sign of rebirth, death and rebirth. Please do not fear the death card. It doesn't mean anyone's going to die or something's going to end to make you feel like you want to die. Like, that card, which is your card, Scorpio, is usually a card of, like I said, death and rebirth. Some things have to end for new things to begin, and you have to let go of things to let new things in. The death card's not something to be scared of. 5 of Swords. feeling like you're having a false victory in something, or like you never had that mindset where things are going so good, you're like, something's got to go wrong. I feel like maybe your mental thoughts doing this to yourself, or maybe you've got one too many tasks on your plate, and you're like eventually I'm gonna get worn out. Like you're doing too many things, you're stretching yourself thin, very, very busy around the house or at work. Yeah, needing to rest, to take a break. Get the 4 to the 5, which is the 9 of Swords. It's almost like you want to better manage your time and your thoughts so you can get organized, so life is easier on your day-to-day activities and routine. So y'all could be making lists, to-do lists. Yeah, definitely heavy emphasis on time management and getting a little bit more R&R. Could be staying up thinking about this. The Hanging Man, like, yeah, a new way of doing things. Especially if you have, like, families. You ever know, like, I have a whiteboard where you kind of have different times where, you know, this kid has to do that thing, and what parent or grandparent or aunt can take them. That might help you. I mean, I know it sounds stupid, but really calendars and whiteboards really help you get a little bit more organized. And it gets everyone on the same page in the household of who's doing what and when there's free time. Four of Wands, yeah. Emphasis on home, husband, kids. Maybe you need to do this organizing so there's wind down time for the family, so you can like make some free time for you and your family to just relax, or for you to just relax. If you're single and don't really like have kids or family, it's organizing your schedule so you have time to get out and about and maybe meet people or visit a mother or visit family. Like having time to actually be instead of just like work, clean, busybody energy. Yeah, 9 of Wands, not surprising when I added, you know, 5 of Swords, 4 of Swords, 9 of Swords. You're getting exhausted, it's feeling burdensome. You need to like treat yourself or you're cheating yourself. You need to somehow take a break. But it also feels like if you are in a relationship, you feel like you taking a break might burden someone else. Or like at work, you feel like you have to carry the workload. Or like the promotion will go to someone else. Or they'll start favoring someone else more. Or like the boss will just start harping at you. The Chariot. So you're thinking, you know, maybe I can just do things faster. Doing things faster isn't always the answer. Work smarter, not harder. A lot of this is maybe some of you, if you've had an in a relationship, you're trying to push yourself to heal and move forward too fast, or maybe someone else is. Or maybe you're in a relationship where things are just moving too fast, or vice versa. Maybe the person you're with feels like you're moving too fast. Those are for people in like new relationships. Single, no new relationship. I feel like, you ever heard like you want something so bad, that's why it doesn't happen? Try not to focus so much on marriage. Like, not every relationship is going to lead to marriage. If you're trying to get a promotion at work, don't focus so much on the promotion. You might stress yourself out. Just do the best you can and try to go and work with a good attitude. Practice mindfulness in the workspace, especially if you're working on electronics. It's really big right now. And maybe if you practice this mindfulness and they see how you can handle this workload in a calmer demeanor than everyone else, That's definitely going to be something that grabs your employer's attention. Like cool, calm, and collective, but effective. Judgment, truth. Yeah, and if you are feeling like someone's moving too fast, then look, say that. Like, can we slow the wheels down? If you think the family needs to get together and talk about time management or just like spreading out some chores, some of your kids might be old enough to, hey, chores, you know, take out the trash, wipe the table down, do the dishes. You don't have to do everything as a parent. Kids, once they start going to school, they know how to do some things, and it's okay to ask them. More than likely, if they knew that you felt exhausted as a loving parent that they love, they would want help. But this really just feels like finding ways around stress and feeling overburdened when it comes to putting in work, whether that's at work or at home. That's King of Cups, your energy right there. You're looking at different, yeah. If you just keep going, and you take the option of like not focusing on time management and speaking about how you feel, you're gonna crash and burn. And I think the people around you, and they definitely don't want you to feel like super exhausted, like you're taking on more than you can handle. And at work, I mean, no one wants an exhausted employee at work. More exhausted, we're grumpy. You could have all the coffee in the world, all the energy drinks in the world. Eventually you're going to crash. So, need to start time management, or, you know, go to, if you're living a lifestyle where you can go to a nice, lovely resort on a weekend, or, you know, certain amount of time off, that could be really lucrative. Bubble baths, meditation. Believe it or not, sometimes meditation can be energizing. Take a quick 10-15 minutes, breathe, get into a certain space, eat a certain diet, the foods that you get energy from that are healthy versus energy drinks and coffee. I probably even need to do that, having my Scorpio and Venus. But yeah, just, you got it. But like I said, figure out a more efficient way to do the things you need done so you don't crash.